As a producer, what were you guys looking for? I assume these films came in, maybe you guys saw a rough cut of them and you said, yeah, this one looks like something we could put some money into it. But maybe you could talk about what were the films that you guys were choosing and investing in, and why were you choosing those films?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it's something I like to. It's kind of a whole thing about in my class, a discussion about what is it when you're making an independent film. What is it? What do you need to be thinking about as a filmmaker? The answer that we gave when we were there, and I still like say it all the time, is we didn't know what we were looking for. We were just looking for something different, something unique, and it's not uncommon to what Sundance was looking for. We took 7 of the films that we got involved with to Sundance. And 5 to Toronto. So it wasn't about, oh, looks real commercial, or it looks great, or it's shot on 35. Back then, we were looking at films in the beginning of the company. We were looking at films mostly shot on 16 millimeter, and it didn't matter to us if it looked that great or whatever. It just needed to look like what it should look like, and what we were looking for was something really different. And Blood, Guts, Bullets, and Octane, which was our first film, that, there was a voice there. There was manifest talent. That's the other thing we were always looking for. You could tell that this guy had some talent. I mean, his both writing and directing, there was a real style to it. And he'd made it for like $7,000 before it came to us. So he was able to just, kind of conjure out of nothing something pretty amazing. And then with Following, it was a little different story. You mentioned, looking at rough cuts. We basically, once we planted our flag, people would send us rough cuts on videotape and then eventually on DVD. And I looked at probably some part of 2,000 movies while I was there. And some of them were pretty rough, pretty bad. As you can imagine, people don't understand what bad movies are really like until you do, work for a film festival or do that kind of a job. But then you looked at a lot of really good films that you didn't get involved with anyway, and that was tricky. I thought it was terrific. I really wanted to do it, and it was a struggle to say, oh, it wasn't a no-brainer looking at that film, because it was not clear if it would get into a Sundance, and that was kind of important to us for these kind of films. It felt kind of commercial, but yet it was very small and not so commercial in a way. But it didn't feel like an art film, which was kind of a trick. But we ultimately decided let's do it, and we were negotiating to try to do that film, and then they got into Sundance, and then somebody on their team came up with some money, and they didn't need our money anymore. But boy, that was next summer was rough. But yeah. So I mean, but Blair Witch is a good example. Very unique film, talented filmmakers. Following, really unique, obviously. The structure of Following was something people hadn't quite seen before. And again, a manifestly talented director, which was something that we were really looking for.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Selling Your Screenplay podcast. If you'd like to hear the full interview, just go to sellingyourscreenplay.com/podcasts. Or to go directly to the episode, just use the link in the show notes. Thanks for watching.